Hi friends, today I'm going to discuss a very important requirement, and this requirement has been commented by multiple people how to achieve this requirement. So here you can see I have developed a plugin, and this plugin is showing a map where we can check a technician locations for a specific date. So here you can see I've selected 24th June 2025. So technician is moving from one location to another location. So let me go to the previous day on 23rd. So it is showing how technician is moving from one location to another location, his route on the map. So a dispatcher or admin can easily track its technician location in real time. And it is very easy to implement this map. I have used a vanilla API, Oracle Field Service API. Let me show you. Field Service API documentation. And here in resource, we have a number of API related to resource position. So get last known position of resources, get position history of a resource, area. So I have used this get position history of a resource. So we have to provide the resource ID, and it will give complete latitude and longitude with timestamp of a technician, and we have to use this latitude and longitude on a map. So I've used a open source map to mark these points on map. I have used OpenStreetMap. OpenStreetMap is a free map and managed by community. So if you want to know more about OpenStreetMap, you can Google. You can find OpenStreetMap website and details. They have their GitHub code repository. For we need to use JavaScript library leaflet.js. Then only we would be able to interact with OpenStreetMap. So we have to use this JavaScript. Now let's go to the code. This is my GitHub repository for JS plugin. It's a boilerplate for Oracle Field Service JavaScript plugin, and I have implemented it in using core JavaScript, not jQuery or anything or any other library. So it is very simple to use. I have downloaded plugin files from GitHub, and I have already implemented. So I will explain the code. So here you can see index.html, plugin.js, and style.css. So these three files are required for plugin, and I've implemented this in core JavaScript. So we'll not change anything. Now in UI, I have two buttons, previous date and next date. So here you can see we have previous date and next date, and there is a date field in between. When we'll click the previous date, it will calculate the previous date, and when we'll click the next date, it will calculate the next date. So here in code, we have previous date, we have span for date, next date, and this is the map. So we have used only 4 elements. So this is my init and open switch case. When open method will open, it will call the open method. This is open method. In this open method, I have initialized the map. So L is nothing but a map variable. So go to the index.html. Here we have to add these two JavaScript and CSS file to make map work. And these are leaflet JavaScript and CSS and JavaScript. So when we'll add this, variable L will be available to the JavaScript file. So I'm just initializing a variable this dot map with map object. So this map will have the variable for the map object. Now we are getting the activity data resource ID. So here I'm using external ID because position history API takes external ID of our technician. So we have to extract the technician ID, external ID, and I'm saving it in the resource external ID. Same way secure data, URL, client ID, secret. And then I'm calling this update dot display method. This is responsible for showing the map. So I'll go to the definition of this method. So this is a asynchronous method. So here I am populating the current date. Here I will initialize the current date as a new date. So it will show the current date when it will be loaded. Then again I am reinitializing the map, because if it is showing for previous date, then it will remove, reinitialize and show the map up of next new date. This is standard for this map, OpenStreetMap. So we have to add it as it is, because we have already initialized the L. L is already available because we have added their JS and CSS file. Now we need the location, latitude and longitude array of a technician. So I've created this getLoginPosition function. This function takes the resource external ID and the current date, because API position history API requires resource external ID and current date. So we'll go to this. So here I'm doing nothing but only calling the position history API using basic authentication. You can also use app authentication. So you have to do the configuration accordingly, but here I'm using the basic authentication and it will return the data. That's it. We have to provide the technician external ID and date. So now I have the date. From date in API, it will have the item, date.item. So I have to take the latitude and longitude and make it an array of object like this. This API response will not be according to this format. So we have to add JavaScript to map it according to this, to make the output in this format. So now coordinate will be like this. It will be array of latitude and longitude. Now in the array polyline, we have to set this coordinate, and the color will be blue. If you don't want to blue track or any other color, then we can set accordingly. There are number of parameters in this map, so we can set. So here I've just set the color in blue, so that's why it is showing in blue color. Here you can see. So these two lines are standard. Only we need to provide the coordinates and it will automatically render. So here you can see it is moving from one position to another position. It is showing the technician movement. So I have implemented it here. So we have the coordinate, the array of longitude and latitude. In map we have marker. So we can show a single place, single latitude and longitude as this marker. So it is looping through the array, and after every second it is changing the marker position. That's why it is showing like it is moving from one place to another place. Internally I am changing the marker location after every second. So here there is a marker method in map and we can set coordinate. So first time it will take the first coordinate 0, 1, and I have written a function move maker, and set timeout will be called after 1000 millisecond, 1 second. It will call the move maker. It will set the next coordinate because we are increasing the index by 1. So it will show like it is a moving marker on the map like this. So we can easily implement this requirement using map and few JavaScript lines. Very easy to implement, and this is very common requirement nowadays to track technician's location, exact location, and it is very helpful for dispatcher and admin to manage their team. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.